Hi guys, Ken Chigbo, aka Ken FX Freak, and I'm back with another week roundup and look ahead to the key events. Now let's start off with the dollar. Remember that huge upside pressure that we saw not last week, the week before, and that was because we had the Central Bank of the United States, the FOMC, their rate decision, where they were actually hawkish. The tone was hawkish. Some of the members spoke about interest rate hikes next year, and even in 2023, there was quite a decent consensus. So that's why we had that huge upside. And last week was just more of a bit of a pullback, a correction, people closing out their positions for being so long, taking those profits, baby, off the table. And what we had really, technically, you can see this nice retest area. I'm going to put it on the daily so you can see what I'm talking about. Had this nice retest around this mid 91 region. Look here, similar thing back in March 2021. Big rally here. Pull back, consolidate, but big breakout to the upside. Now, focus this week, by the way, guys, is on NFP, the big non-farm payrolls data. So let's just bring up Forex Factory here. You can see on Friday, so non-farm payrolls expected 700,000 jobs to be added, which would be good, be better than last time of 559,000. And we want to see a nice drop in the unemployment rate. Yes, 5.7% expected, previous 5.8%. If we get that, okay, then that will certainly really reignite the dollar bull action in that following week to come. We'll see obviously a big rally on Friday, but certainly lay the foundations for a big move to continue in the following week, in the week to come. In terms of other key data points this week, by the way, before I talk about some other things, is not too much actually. I'd keep an eye on this Eurozone inflation data. Where are we? Where is it? Eurozone inflation is on here. On Wednesday, keep an eye on that. Remember, inflation, when inflation's rising, and of course we have been rising because economies have been reopening, so people are out spending after being locked down, so of course, price of goods and services are going to rise. Now, when they're rising too fast, a central bank has to take action, and it means maybe withdrawing some of their stimulus. Remember, stimulus creates inflation because all the cash there, and then of course, raising interest rates, try and cool down in prices of goods and services and inflation. So again, that would be seen as a currency positive. So that's why just worth keeping an eye on there for Euro. Canadian GDP, keep an eye on. US Chicago PMI, worth noting. I wouldn't bother about this German final PMI because it's a final reading. ISM manufacturing PMI, and keep an eye on BOE Bailey. Okay, now let's go. That'll take me on to GBP now quickly. So look at this downside pressure that we observed for GBP last week, which was quite nice. We had a technical rejection anyway, which we were looking for in that psychological 140 mark. Beautiful. Then we had a bit of a dovish central bank, soft tone there from the Bank of England. No rush as such really to pick up the pace in their withdrawing of their own stimulus for now. Look, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. We had a breakout and retest of that and now making way further downside. So now we want to be keeping an eye on this 138 region, just here where we sort of staged a bit of a rebound on the 21st of June. Really beautiful stuff here as well. Some price action that we caught with GJ. I had this wedge structure. You can see it more so on the 4 hour. I had this wedge structure here, which we broke out of. Narrowing pennant here. I took advantage of that. Breakout retest. Check out freakfxtrading.com, by the way, guys. We provided some nice trade ideas for this GJ one. It's a big 100 pip plus drop. So check out freakfxtrading.com for our membership, trade ideas, fundamental technical breakdowns. And then look, we had a bit of a top here, as we're looking for. That's why I mark up these sort of purple zones. Nice rejection. You want to be looking out for a breakout and retest of 53.50, and it's going to open a door for a nice fast drop potentially in towards mid 51. But as I say, check out our service, our member service, if you want specific trade ideas. Also worth note, AUD. I like AUD a lot because we form this big left shoulder, this big head, this big right shoulder structure. Now, bear in mind, over the weekend, Sydney, they've gone back into lockdown. Okay, gone back into lockdown for the inner city, which is not ideal, not good. Going to be good, of course, for AED. Could have a little bit more upside, but I think it's run out. We've got a bit of a flag here on the 4 hours, you can see, which I'd like to see this extending to the downside. Bears really capitalising on that, particularly now with Sydney, as I say, in lockdown. So yeah, nice little breakout and retest as well of the head and shoulders. Look, if we measure the head to the neckline, what we got? Woohoo! 400 pips. This is like textbook technical. You know, you're looking for the equivalent between the head and the neckline for that breakout, the target, and that'll take us down to 72s, mid 72 region. Nice. Other than that, guys, that's all you get from me today. I hope you have an amazing trading week. Do not hesitate to check out BluFX. Amazing solution. I'm very sure it's going to help you become an all-rounded trader. Stay lit, baby. Let's have an amazing one.